So what are you waiting for?
I was waiting for...
You can go.
I was waiting for the robot, sorry. I was waiting for the robot to tell me.
I've got controls. Just take your foot off of the pedals for me. Remove your foot from the pedals. In this video, we have Elisha, and he's going to be doing a mock driving test at Toowong. Can you just remove that handbrake, please? Elisha has never driven with me before, and also he has never taken a driving lesson in Australia. Like other people on this channel, Elisha contacted me and said that he wanted to do a mock test. The fact that he has never had lessons will play an important role in what happens in this drive. Throughout the video, I'll point out any good things that Elisha does and will also make comments about any driving errors. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on future driving related videos. The first thing that we are going to look at is pre-test questions. If you want, you can get used to the car because we are going to be starting soon. So if you need to move the gears so that you know where they are, it's fine. Go ahead and feel free to do so.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, up to you though.
Track number 1 in reverse. The one I used before had reverse this side.
So reverse in this car, you need to pull up like that.
Oh, I pull up first.
Then you'll go left and then you'll go up.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So I'll just ask you some questions about the car.
Okay.
How do you turn on the headlights and high beams? Elisha does not know how to turn on the high beams and also does not know about the demisters. These are non-critical driving errors. So which one is the headlight?
Headlight. Here it is.
And how do you do the high beams?
Hard beams. With this one, I think you put it here.
No, that's not correct.
That's not correct.
Yeah. So you need to have the headlights on, and then high beams you push forward. Okay. And you should be able to see a blue light in there.
Yes.
Okay. You can turn the lights off. Where are the demisters of the car?
Demisters.
If you don't know, just let me know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll be like, yeah.
So this is the front. This is your front demister, and this is the back. Do you know what they do?
Yeah.
What do they do?
When there's mist, right?
Yeah. Inside or outside?
Should be outside.
Inside.
Inside?
Yes, it's inside. So they demist the inside of the windows. So basically, if there's mist inside, because you can't do anything if the mist is inside the car. The wipers only can remove stuff from outside.
Okay.
All right. So that's all the questions that I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, we are going to go straight. When you get to the roundabout, make a U-turn.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready.
Yeah, ready.
So whenever you're ready, you can go when you're ready. When I asked Elisha to move off, he struggles to move the car and rolls back quite a lot. This is a critical driving error, and unfortunately, things get worse from this point on. Elisha finally manages to move off but makes another critical driving error. He does not fully release the handbrake, which activates a handbrake warning tone. However, he does not react to the tone, and I had to intervene as this was compromising the vehicle's performance.
Can you just remove that handbrake, please? Remove the handbrake. Drop it down.
Sorry.
So at this point, I realized that Elisha didn't have a good understanding of how manual transmission works. He literally drives the car in first gear for the next 3 to 5 minutes, and you can actually hear the car screaming. This is a critical driving error. If this was a natural driving test, the driving examiner would have terminated the test as it's dangerous to drive the car in first gear for this long without any reason.
So at the roundabout, make a U-turn.
Okay.
After making a U-turn at the roundabout, Elisha again leaves the car in first gear and does not attempt to change to second gear. The revs get too high and you can hear the car screaming, which is not good.
Go left at the traffic lights. So we're going left at these traffic lights. The next set of traffic lights, turn right.
Okay.
At the traffic lights, turn right.
At this set of traffic lights, Elisha makes another major driving errors as he has no idea how traffic lights operate. Drivers behind were initially patient, but they became quite angry when he does not proceed more than 3 times on a green light.
So what are you waiting for?
I was waiting for.
You can go.
I was waiting for the robot. Sorry. I was waiting for the robot to turn.
I've got controls. Just take your foot off of the pedals for me.
At this point, I decided to take control of the car and also terminated the mock test.
Remove your foot from the pedals. Clutch down and restart the car for me with the key. With the key. Turn the key. Turn the key and start the car. Just start. I've got the clutch. That's fine. Okay, good. I've got controls. Don't worry about the pedals.
Okay.
I've got controls. Remove your foot from the clutch. Yep, that's it.
I was waiting for that green arrow to point my direction.
Yeah, not everywhere. There's no green arrow on this traffic light.
Okay.
So we're gonna move up to the middle. All right, 10, 10, 10. Okay, keep accelerating.
Pardon?
Continue accelerating. You've got controls now.
Okay.
Yep. So can you hear the car struggling?
While changing from second to third gear, Elisha puts the car in fifth gear instead of third. He does not recognize that it happened and I had to help him out.
Yeah.
So you are in the wrong gear. You are in 5. You need to be in 3. Just stop accelerating and go to 3. Clutch down. Go neutral. Up. Up. Yep, good. And then continue.
So from this point on, I'm going to be helping Elisha until we get to our stopping point where I will give him feedback.
Just restart the car. Restart the car. Clutch all the way down. Clutch all the way down. Go to gear 1. So neutral to the left and up. Good. Can you put the car in gear here? So clutch down. Push the clutch down and go to 2. Go to 2. Yep. The next traffic light, we are going left.
Okay.
So when that arrow disappears, you need to start moving forward. So start moving forward. So what are you waiting for? It's a green light. Okay, I'll help out. I'll help. Just remove your pedals for me, please. Okay, we're gonna move forward. And then we are turning. Start turning. Just keep accelerating, keep accelerating. Okay, go to gear 2, go to gear 2. Okay, go right at the end.
When turning right, we have to wait until it's safe before turning. Here, Elisha attempts to turn when it's not safe to turn yet, and I had to ask him to stop.
Stop, 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 stop. And then go left. So just accelerate a bit more accelerator, go left, indicator, and then change to gear 2. Clutch down, gear 2, then clutch out. Okay. Okay, at the traffic lights, turn left. So at the traffic lights, go left. it's a green arrow, you can go. Yep, keep accelerating. Keep accelerating. Change gear. And then make a U-turn at this roundabout. So just make a U-turn.
Since it was no longer safe to continue with this mock test, I'm going to give Elisha some constructive feedback on how he can improve and advise him on the way forward.
Okay, and then park behind this car. So you can just pull over behind this car. Let's park here. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to have to terminate that mock test. Okay?
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Why do you think I have to terminate it?
I've made quite a number of mistakes.
Yeah, so obviously this is not safe. We can't continue. Like, when you are coming for a mock test, or if you're gonna go for a driving test, you are expected to be like able to drive the car like without the problem. Yeah. So for you, like for example, you probably haven't had any driving lessons here. That's probably where you need to start first. You have to go and do some lessons first, and then once you are ready, then you can think of doing a mock test. But first you need to know what you're doing first. Okay? Yeah. Do you have any questions?
So when we had to end the mock test a bit early, I spent some time teaching Elisha how to start and stop a manual car smoothly, ensuring the engine didn't stop. We did this right after our talk about how the test went. I'm going to share a video on our channel that covers this lesson for anyone learning how to drive a manual car. Thanks a lot for watching. If you are getting ready for your driving test, I wish you all the best. See you in the next video.
Any questions related to the driving you just did?
I saw, I think the first robots intersection, right? For cars that were turning left, there was an indicator, right, showing that they can now proceed. But for cars turning to the right, there was no that right indicator. So how am I able to differentiate between the two types of robots intersections?
So yeah, that's a good question. So the way you need to do that is you have to understand how traffic lights works. Okay. So in Australia, obviously, we drive on the left.
Yes.
Which is similar to what you do in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
You drive on the left as well.
Yes.
So when you are making a right turn, I think that's your phone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, when you are making a right turn, you need to deal with these people coming from the other side. So when there is no one coming, you are supposed to move.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't wait for a green light, because was there any red arrow in that traffic light? Any red arrow there?
Yeah, it was there.
For all the time?
For the time I waited there, I saw a red arrow pointing to my direction.
What happened after maybe like 5 seconds? What happened to the arrow?
It disappeared.
Okay, so when it disappears, that just means that if it's safe to turn, you can turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that's probably gonna be the first thing you need to do. Now, let's put the traffic lights aside.
Mm-hmm.
You are driving a manual transmission.
Yes.
So which means you are the one doing these gears. Okay?
Yes.
So where we started at the start of the mock test, you would have actually failed the test on the way out.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Why?
You are driving
from where we were parked all the way to the roundabout in first gear, and you can hear the car is screaming
Yeah.
very loud, asking you to change to another gear. So you need to understand how manual transmission works. When the speed goes up, we go to another gear. We go up a gear. The speed goes up again, go up a gear. So basically what you should have done there where we were stopped, you would have moved out, increase the speed, gear 2, increase the speed, gear 3. Then when you get to the roundabout, you shift down because your speed is going to drop. So you go to 2. And then you make the U-turn at the roundabout. And then after the U-turn, you need to increase your speed, go to the next gear. But literally, like that whole time, you were just using first gear. So there is no way you can pass a driving test driving like that.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. What happens is, if you keep driving in a low gear for a very long time, what happens to the car is the engine can overheat, because obviously it's just way too loud. It's just working too hard. And obviously that's not a good thing. You don't want the engine to overheat. And also another thing that happens if you don't change gear, you are burning a lot of fuel.
Very true.
Okay, so you make sure you learn the basics of how a manual transmission works. Okay? And then next you need to learn about traffic lights.
Okay.
So first learn how the manual transmission works. Learn about traffic lights. Then you can learn other stuff. So there's other stuff that you need to know, obviously, but that's the foundation. You need to know how the gears works and stuff like that.
Okay.
Another thing that you need to do is, when we were moving out, why do you think the car was rolling back? Because you struggled to move it out at the start. You were struggling. Why do you think that the car couldn't go?
At first, I thought maybe it was gradient, but then...
How do you overcome gradient?
Gradient? By increasing the rev counts.
Okay. Have you ever been taught about biting point before?
Yes.
How do we find the biting point?
If we turn on the car, right, leg on the clutch, then I will hear the car when it starts to... There's a sound that you can hear.
So which pedal do you use to find the biting point?
I use the clutch.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why actually the car was not moving there.